All right, good afternoon and welcome to a very special edition of a Cape Atlantic Live local sports broadcast. This is boys soccer here in Stone Harbor between two island rivals, even though it's not this island. Wildwood and Wildwood Catholic. This is Wildwood Catholic's home field, and it's the second installment after the rivalry between these two schools was renewed. Last year, Wildwood won the game 7-2. That was the first time the teams had played since 2014. And you can see the teams on the field. Wildwood Catholic will be wearing their home blues trimmed in white numbers. And Wildwood will be wearing the away whites with maroon lettering. And Wildwood players all wearing pink socks for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And both of these teams are in the midst of very good seasons. Wildwood Catholic is already the champion of the Cape Atlantic United Conference. They're 11-0 in the conference. They're 12-1 overall. They've won 8 straight games. Wildwood, they come in here at 7-2. Or excuse me, they come in here at 7-0 in their division, and they have won. They are one win or tie away from winning the Tri-County Conference Classic Division title, and that would be Wildwood's first championship of any kind in boys soccer. So they are enjoying an historic season here in 2024. I'm Brian Kniff. Mike Hickman, the director of coaching from Cape Express Youth Soccer, will be along with us as well today at different points of the game, when we can get him on, since we forgot a second microphone. But Mike is here with us. He'll give us some good observations of the game. And always interesting because, these kids, they all know one another. They played with one another, many in the Cape Express program, many in other sports. And it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Wildwood's a very experienced team. They start 7 or 8 seniors. We'll give you those starters for the visitors. Wildwood, Brock Denke is in goal. The backs are Tyler Brown, Ahmed Jalal, and Burke Fitzsimmons. And then the midfielders are Alexander Palamek Vasquez, RJ Blanda, Angel Lara, and their big gun is Kellen Miller. In the middle of the park for Wildwood. And their strikers are Alex Osario and Nunu Badiri, a transfer who has had a wonderful season for Wildwood. He is their leading scorer, one of the top goal scorers in South Jersey, really. He's got 22 goals and 5 assists. For Wildwood Catholic, the backs are Christian Sorensen, Chase Critchfield, and Chase Adams. The midfielders, Charlie Flickinger and Evan Papa George, are playing on the outside. Nick Catnoso, offensive center mid. The holding midfielder is Teddy Willery, Gonzalo Gonzalez, defensive center mid. Calvin Kiker will play at striker, and Keenan Alston is the goalie. So the teams are out on the field now. You see Wildwood Catholic, the home team. Beautiful day here for mid-October. A little breezy, but temps in the mid to upper 60s. And this is interesting. Sal Zampiri, the Wildwood coach, is a Wildwood Catholic graduate. And he never got to play Wildwood when he was at Wildwood Catholic, because that was when they were in their Cold War, so to speak. Wildwood opens with possession. Kellen Miller sends it forward. And that ball will go harmlessly to Keenan Alston, the goalkeeper. Tommy Boley in his second year as Wildwood Catholic's head coach. Burke Fitzsimmons wins the ball in the air, but not the direction that he wanted. Calvin Kiker now wins that forward for Wildwood Catholic. And Tyler Brown will play it outside, and Wildwood Catholic will get a throw. And actually, the referee initially pointed in the wrong direction, but that ball nicked off of a Wildwood Catholic player, so Wildwood has the throw. Gavin Burns for Wildwood will try to bring this down. Sends it forward. Nunu Badiri wins the header. And now it's Nicky Catnoso. Up to Charlie Flickinger, but Nunu Badiri comes out of his forward position to win that back. And now Wildwood Catholic will get a throw. Christian Sorensen will take it. Ahmed Jalal, nice job under pressure there. Good composure. Kellen Miller in the middle of the park. Gets it to R.J. Blanda. R.J. has a lot of speed on that flank on the right side. Plays it long. Keenan Alston early off his line and gives Wildwood a throw here. That was a long way out for Keenan Alston to come, but it worked out for Wildwood Catholic. Tyler Brown on the throw. It's a deep throw, and it's too deep. I think he was expecting someone to make a run to that area. No one really did. Time is being kept on the field, so we don't have the official time on the game, but we're about 3 minutes in here. Chase Critchfield with the throw. Critchfield started his career at Wildwood, then transferred. Keenan Alston, the goalie for Wildwood Catholic, also started at Wildwood. Gavin Burns did a nice job of holding possession there in the midfield. Gets it to Blanda. Blanda's cross didn't get the desired effect, and it's easily collected by Alston. Alston's kick is short, and Alex Vasquez wins that for Wildwood. Now Calvin Kiker in the middle of the field. Badiri takes it off of Critchfield. He's going down the right flank. Trying to cut it back, looking for a runner. Now he's going to try to take people on himself. Goes down, referee not having any of that. Long shot from distance from Gavin Burns, gobbled up by Alston. I don't know if I've seen this much at a soccer game, but Wildwood has brought their cheerleaders. And one of the officials, Randy Ballin, just warned Wildwood Catholic about their keeper taking too long with his kick. Brian Keenan is the other official. They're going with a two-person crew today. Catholic playing a 4-4-2 formation here. Looking for a long throw are the Crusaders. And now they throw it into the corner. And looked like Calvin Kiker couldn't keep it in along the byline, so it's a 6 kick for Brock Denke of Wildwood. The wind is mostly a cross breeze, but it is helping Wildwood a little bit in this first half. Wildwood with a throw. Tyler Brown just throws it into the corner. It's going to make Wildwood Catholic work out from the back. Chase Adams plays it. Evan Papa George toward the middle of the field. Catnoso goes around Angel Lara. Miller wins the ball back to Jalal, but did not play it well, and Wildwood Catholic has possession. Evan Papa George with some time. That's intercepted. And now it's played forward to Badiri. Wildwood Catholic wanted an offside infraction, but it looked like Badiri was on when the ball was played. And now Wildwood will get a throw on the far side. Nice crowd here today for this early start. Normally soccer starts at 4, but Wildwood Catholic has a school function this evening, so they asked to start this game early, and Wildwood obliged. Alston's punt is short. Here's Teddy Woolery. By the way, we want to thank the Woolery family for helping us set up here today. Here's Burke Fitzsimmons, plays it to Kellen Miller, center of the park. Chips it wide, looking for R.J. Blanda. Blanda collects, will try to cross, and he kind of scuffed it. Couldn't cut it back. And Wildwood Catholic will have a 6 kick. Thanks to all of our sponsors here, and you'll see them across the screen there at the bottom. Our many sponsors helping us bring you these games on Cape Atlantic Live. Woolery, cleaned up by Brown. Here's Catnoso with some space and time. Plays it back to Critchfield. Plays it forward. Chipped forward. This will be an easy collection for Brock Denke. Wildwood in a 3-5-2 formation with Badiri all the way up at the top. Wildwood's played all year with 3 backs. You don't often see that at the high school level, but it has worked for them. They have 3 experienced seniors. Here's Badiri with some speed. Gets off a shot, didn't get all of it. They're still battling for it along the byline, and Wildwood Catholic will usher it out of bounds. That was Chase Adams chipping it away. Now Wildwood with an opportunity here to possibly get a long throw, and their designated long thrower is Tyler Brown, who comes up from a fullback position. Wildwood Catholic drops back 9 players to defend in the box here, or near the box anyway. Loose, and Kiker chips it away. Kiker knocks it forward, and Brown knocks it off of Kiker and out of play. But good work by Calvin Kiker there for Wildwood Catholic. And that was a vital win by Brown. Otherwise, Wildwood Catholic would have had an excellent counterattack opportunity there. Good header by R.J. Blanda. Chris Papageorge wins that one for Wildwood Catholic. Osorio chips it forward. Nearly got it to Badiri, but a Chase Critchfield step prevented that. Got his boot in there. Brown will bomb it forward. This is too far. And Keenan Alston comes off his line to grab it. Alston's punt is short. Chris Papageorge wins the second ball. This is forward for Wildwood. Badiri goes off of Alston, who makes a diving effort to make sure it does not go out for a corner. Alston with a throw. That's probably not a wise decision there. And it's headed right back to him, though, by Wildwood's Alex Vasquez. Ahmed Jalal with some time, plays it forward. Gavin Burns nicely brings it out of the air. Chips it outside to Alex Vasquez. And this is, went off of someone's arm inadvertently, not a handball, and that was what kept it inbounds. Burke Fitzsimmons wins the header. Headed further by Angel Lara. And now it's Nick Catnoso for Wildwood Catholic. Some time, played it to center of the field, but it was cleared. Gonzalez now back to Critchfield. Up to Evan Papageorge. And now Wildwood will have a throw. Tyler Brown, a long throw, trying to direct it to Badiri. Header won by Critchfield. Catnoso safely plays it out of play. Brown looking for another long throw, looking for Badiri. Badiri gets a foot on it. Critchfield, though, clears. Kiker loses it to Miller. And now it's played forward by Blanda. Alston collects, gets it to Charlie Flickinger, trying for a quick counterattack. Sorensen knocked out by Alex Vasquez, preventing the counter. And a few headers in the middle of the field there. Now Kellen Miller for Wildwood. Chips it over Evan Papagiorgio. Here is Miller again. Tried to play it forward. Critchfield got a foot on that, and Wildwood Catholic with it now. Jalal plays it forward. Badiri had to hold his run to stay on side, trying to chip it to himself. And it is headed out of play by Chris Papagiorgio. And Mike Hickman's one observation here is that Wildwood's playing everything very direct, not using the width of the field here. And Wildwood Catholic's able to defend all of that. This will be a corner. Oh, it looked like it should have been a corner. Looked like Wildwood headed that, and it appeared to go off the head of a Wildwood Catholic back, but they rule a 6 kick. Chris Papagiorgio will take this. Chase Critchfield to Gonzalo Gonzalez. And that was played way too far. He's trying to get it to his outside back, Evan Papagiorgio, but that was way too far ahead of him. Header hit to the center of the field. Good step by Christian Sorensen for Wildwood Catholic. Miller with an interception there. But Kiker's able to gather it anyway. Can he get there before this goes over to byline? No, he can't. He tried to play it back across, but wasn't able to turn his hips around and wrap his foot around that ball, and Wildwood will have a 6 kick. No score here between Wildwood and Wildwood Catholic. Renewal of this rivalry. These teams have played 32 times in their history, and Wildwood's only won 3 times. Kind of not a great kick there by Brock Denke, but Wildwood clears. Badiri trying to get ahead of the pack. Alston again off his line. So Wildwood has enjoyed more of the possession, but they really have not had a good scoring chance. Credit Wildwood Catholic for that. Here's Miller. Chips with his left foot. That's a great ball. Switching fields to Vasquez. Shot. Great save by Keenan Alston. Got both hands to it, parried it away. Alex Palamek Vasquez got a good connection on that, but not enough. But Wildwood will have the first corner of the game. Gavin Burns. Headed away by Calvin Kiker. Vasquez got the first touch on that, but Kiker was able to head that away. But now Wildwood will have a throw. Tyler Brown with a throw. Down the line looking for Badiri. Didn't get it far enough. Critchfield able to clear. Here's Woolery. Tried to go outside. Berg Fitzsimmons working against Charlie Flickinger. And that was excellent work by Flickinger to not allow Fitzsimmons to get out, but Wildwood does get a throw. Flickinger wins that header. Berg Fitzsimmons plays it forward. Now it's Brown clearing. Wildwood Catholic will get a throw here as the ball goes off of R.J. Blanda and out. Tyler Brown plays it out, allowing Wildwood to reorganize here. This will be Wildwood Catholic's second throw-in in the offensive third of the game so far. Catnoso goes back to Critchfield. Good challenge by Badiri, but Wildwood Catholic will get a throw. Nunu Badiri is a transfer from Algeria to Wildwood. Came over the summer. He is a senior. And this will be a 6 kick as that throw goes off of Kiker's head and across the byline. No score. We're about midway through this first half. Blanda, that's not a good throw in there. He threw it back. If you're going to throw it back, you want to make sure that teammate's wide open. And Tyler Brown was not, but it didn't hurt Wildwood except for field position. Brown will get another throw here. Header won by Critchfield. Alex Azario won a header, but now it's Woolery for Wildwood Catholic. Goes back to Critchfield. Center of the field. Now it's bombed forward. Jalal goes outside with it. Kiker takes it away. Vital interception there by Burke Fitzsimmons. Charlie Flickinger was in behind, and he was probably onside. It's really the first time Wildwood Catholic's gotten dangerous. But now they get it up to Woolery, and Fitzsimmons again. Catnoso just wide of the right post. Brock Denke made a little mistake there. He was calling for the ball, came off his line, but really wasn't in a position to grab it. Fitzsimmons had to play it. It went right to Catnoso, and his left-footed effort just misses the right post. That was really the first real scoring opportunity for either team, even though Wildwood has mostly carried play here. Flickinger gets it forward. Jalal intercepts. Good step by Christian Sorensen there. Now it's hit outside. R.J. Blanda, though, couldn't keep it in play. Kiker with it to Woolery. Plays wide. Alex Azario is able to get a foot to that. Burke Fitzsimmons now takes it out of danger, plays it up. Oh, nice little touch by Vasquez up the line, but didn't get enough on it. He has an opportunity again, plays it high in the air. Chase Adams wins it. Badiri in the middle of the park here. Now it's lobbed forward by Burns. Chris Papageorge plays it, and Keenan Alston is able to beat Alex Azario to the loose ball. Wildwood with 4 substitutions at the table. Or if there were a table here. Usually there's a table at midfield. But they got 4 players about to check in to try to get some fresh legs on the field. Fitzsimmons outside to Vasquez. Tried to go center of the field. It goes off of Flickinger. Wildwood will get a throw. So coming in for Wildwood is number 2, Oscar De Jesus, his twin brother, Angel De Jesus. They're both freshmen. Michael Blanda, a sophomore, number 10, and Chris Hernandez, a senior, number 17. Fitzsimmons. Angel De Jesus. Wildwood with another throw here in the offensive third. Fitzsimmons will take. We'll see if they try to throw this directly to Nunu Badiri's head. That looks like the play. It goes over everyone, and Alston comes up with it. I think both teams would be disappointed that that throw-in bounced right in the middle of the box. But Wildwood Catholic will take the result. Oscar DeJesus wins that ball forward for Wildwood. Wildwood Catholic keeps it in, and then Wildwood hits it out. Throw for Chase Adams, and we have a foul called against Wildwood Catholic. So Kellen Miller is set piece here. He does have a little wind behind him. And with the angle of the sun here, Kellen Miller might do well to put this ball right on frame from where he is and let Wildwood try to pounce to a potential rebound. Let's see what he does. It's exactly what he's trying to do. And Alston comes up with it, and he probably just got away, or did he get away with it? Now he's being warned for pushing away a Wildwood offensive player. And that's actually a really good piece of officiating. You don't want to pull cards out right now. That was good to just give it a warning. Here's Wildwood with a turnover. Angel DeJesus up the byline. Cut it back nicely to Badiri. And Badiri, however, couldn't get good contact on it. But the DeJesus brothers have made an impact here in their first couple of minutes off the bench. And they've given Wildwood Catholic some problems down this left flank here. Chris Papa George. And it goes off of Michael Blanda of Wildwood, and Wildwood Catholic will have a throw. Tyler Brown plays it out. Wildwood Catholic will get another throw. Critchfield. Gonzalez wins the header to Catanoso. Looking for Kiker, couldn't get it there. Hernandez. Jalal wins it forward. Here's Badiri. Can Wildwood counter? Badiri's doubled. Takes it wide. And he really needed to play that ball forward, and he's trying to dribble through everybody here. But it does work out for him. He got it to Michael Blanda up the right flank. And Keenan Alston is able to dive on that. Wildwood wanted a foul outside the box. Didn't get it. What you like about this game so far is we've had no cards and we've only had one foul called. Miller with it. Loses it to Evan Papagiorgio. And now we have a foul in the middle of the field. Looks like Gonzalez will take this free kick. Now the wind will be working against him a little bit here. Gonzalez, that's an inviting ball there. Denke went for it, didn't get it, and Wildwood clears it off the line. And then Sorensen had an opportunity. I think he just wanted to get it back in the mix as quickly as possible. He had an opportunity to bring that down to his feet and play it into the field and didn't. Well, Wildwood Catholic's trying to get a sub on the field. And finally, the officials allow it. Nicholas DiStallo, a sophomore, will come on. He'll play on the outside. Evan Papagiorgio will get a break. Woolery wins the 6 kick for Wildwood Catholic. Gonzalez, though, pops it out of play. Burke Fitzsimmons with the throw for Wildwood. Gavin Burns, that's a great header, flicked it on. Miller wins it, and Wildwood wins the second ball. Here's Burns. He loses it to Woolery. Woolery working forward 1-on-3, trying to take it wide. Plays it back. DiStallo. And Michael Blanda will play that out of play. Wildwood Catholic kind of growing into the game here after Wildwood had a very good start. We're still scoreless. Chris Hernandez heads that away. And Wildwood Catholic will have another throw. And we'll see if this goes toward the, see if they try to go toward Kiker at that near post on this throw. And Nunu Badiri coming back to defend. And he clears that away for Wildwood, but Wildwood Catholic will have a throw. Gonzalez working with his back to goal. And we have a foul. That's a nice work by Angel DeJesus right there to kind of stop the pressure by Wildwood Catholic and give Wildwood a free kick here. Tyler Brown will take. Kellen Miller flicks it forward. Burns might have gotten away with a handball there, but the whistles are silent. Hernandez pops it forward. Adams knocked it into the corner. Good clearance by Sorensen, but Gavin Burns is first too. Charlie Flickinger takes it away though, and he has some time and space. Gets it to Woolery. Woolery back to Flickinger. Flickinger to DiStallo. Now taken away by Kellen Miller, but Nunu Badiri is offside. And that's a nice job by Wildwood Catholic's backs of stepping up with the flow of play and drawing those Wildwood forwards off sides, because both of the Wildwood players up top, DeJesus and Badiri, were in an offside position when that ball was played. Badiri was closest to it, and the offside infraction is on him. Here's Flickinger along the touchline, right in front of the Wildwood bench. Plays it in the corner to Woolery. Woolery back to Flickinger. And Ahmed Jalal with nice work. Center of the field to Burns. That was somewhat dangerous, but he did find Burns' feet. Burns with it again. A loose touch. Miller wins it. Now it's Gonzalez. Plays it out wide for DiStallo. DiStallo back to Critchfield. That's a dangerous ball in the center of the field. Headed forward by Kiker. And Christian Sorensen, though, kind of scuffed it, but the ball did not go out. And it's going to go all the way through to Woolery. Good work by Tyler Brown there to deny Woolery. Now he bombs it up the right flank, and that will eventually go out of bounds. Wildwood Catholic with a long spell of possession here. Jalal. This ball will come back to Sorensen. Uses his chest to bring it down. Sends it forward. Jalal. Calvin Kiker wins it, though. Got it to Flickinger. Played to Catnoso. Catnoso on the turn. Couldn't get enough on it, and Brock Denke Makes a diving stop at the right post. Good work from Nicholas Catanoso there at the top of the box with his back to goal. Denke sends it forward. Angel DeJesus working 1-on-3 down the line here. They get it center of the field to Badiri, but he couldn't corral. Here's Kellen Miller now with some time. Good turn there. Shrugs off one defender, but not a second. Wow, and there's a lot of space here in the midfield. No Wildwood player there. Gonzalez had some time to go forward. Now DeStallo plays it forward to Gonzalez. Tyler Brown trying to shield that out, and he can't. And I don't know if we have a foul or is this a throw? This is a throw for Wildwood. And actually, they're calling this a foul, actually, on Wildwood Catholic. So this is a free kick. Gonzalez wins the first ball. Wildwood wins the second. Chipped up by Burns, but too far for Badiri as Alston does well off his line here. Center of the field. Chase Critchfield. DeStallo. Good step by Tyler Brown, but didn't find feet, and it's turned over. Sorensen. Chris Hernandez for Wildwood. Now it's Catanoso. Played wide to Sorensen. Sorensen stolen by Oscar DeJesus. Got it up to Angel, and Keenan Alston, though, off his line alertly, plays it long. And may have created an opportunity here for Wildwood Catholic, but no. Jalal will play it out. Christian Sorensen will take a throw here right at the halfway line. Fitzsimmons plays it to a dangerous area. That could have been a handball on Gonzalez. Not called, but Wildwood will take the result. Burns ahead quickly. Alston off his line. This ball's popped in the air. Sorensen brings it down and then can't keep it in play. I don't know if you can hear Coach Sal Zampiri. Basically, the ball's up the middle and playing direct are not working. Wildwood needs to use the corners. And this header will go off of Christian Sorensen and out of play, and Wildwood will get its second corner of the game. And Wildwood Catholic is actually doubling Nunu Badiri, as our assistant here, Mike Hickman, has noticed, and he's getting not very many opportunities here. Gavin Burns will take the corner. Drives it toward the far post, and rising above all challengers was Angel DeJesus, but he was just a little late getting in the air and couldn't control that header. If he had jumped just a little earlier, he definitely would have been able to nod that one on frame. But Wildwood Catholic will have a 6 kick here. Blanda wins the 6 kick for Wildwood. Hernandez looking to play it wide, couldn't get it there. Kiker forward. Tyler Brown with it for Wildwood, though. Kellen Miller. And this is hammered forward by Wildwood Catholic. Jalal will play it off of Woolery, and it's a 6 kick for Wildwood. It's been a scoreless first half. And there's not much time left in this first half here. Maybe 5 minutes. Tyler Brown plays forward to Badiri. Badiri trying to turn, plays it. Should have played it outside, didn't. And now he turns it over. He would have been better playing that ball to Michael Blandon than making a run. Instead, he tried to turn and go on his own, and he turned it over. And Wildwood Catholic nearly with a counterattack opportunity. They'll get the throw. Kiker down the left flank. And a loose touch from him gives Wildwood another 6 kick. So Brock Denke will take it. Brown with a glancing header to get it forward for Wildwood, but this will go off the Warriors for a Wildwood Catholic throw. Critchfield. Looking for DiStallo. Michael Blanda won it, though. Here's Badiri with the ball. Center of the field, ball at his feet. Hasn't had many opportunities. Stolen away by Wildwood Catholic. Oscar DeJesus keeps possession alive momentarily for Wildwood Catholic. Now Flickinger with time and space to look up. And Ahmed Jalal against Kiker. Got it to Charlie Flickinger. Flickinger in alone. And a great play by Burke Fitzsimmons from behind. Flickinger probably would have done well to take that earlier. And I think he was trying to get I think he was trying to get that to his right foot. Wow, it's well, I guess the calls here on the corner kicks have evened out, because this one here definitely had gone off of Wildwood, but they rule a Wildwood 6 kick. Earlier in the game, there was a 6 kick given down the other end that clearly had gone off of Wildwood Catholic. So I guess in the end, all of that evens out. Flickinger wins it for Wildwood Catholic. Here's Kiker now. He plays toward the corner, but the closest person to that is the keeper, Brock Denke, who was very decisive in coming off his line to gather that. Boots it high, but not all that deep. Michael Blanda with a nice win there. Now here's Badiri. Badiri against Chase Adams, tried to chip and hit it too far. It was not a bad idea there, because Keenan Alston was way off his line and not in a good position. And had Badiri gotten a better touch on that, that would have been a goal. Chase Adams, though, did just enough over there to disrupt that by Badiri. Burns wins the header. But Wildwood Catholic wins the second ball. And the Crusaders will have a throw. Kiker. And he could not cut that back. And it'll be a 6 kick for Wildwood. And we have to be just about at halftime. This game started at 2:59. The referee is looking at his watch, and this may be the final action of the first half. Denke hits it, and that is halftime. So Wildwood carried play for the first 20 minutes. Wildwood Catholic probably carried more of it the second 20, and we're scoreless here at the half between Wildwood and Wildwood Catholic. And thanks for joining us on Cape Atlantic Live. Very special edition of high school sports as we bring you this rivalry game between Wildwood and Wildwood Catholic. We'll come back a few minutes before the second half with some analysis of that first half of play. So for now, it's Wildwood Catholic 0, Wildwood 0. All right, back at Stone Harbor here on Cape Atlantic Live. Very special edition of high school sports, boys soccer. This rivalry game between Wildwood and Wildwood Catholic. We're scoreless at the half. I'm Brian Kniff. Mike Hickman acting as a spotter for us, and we're going to get some analysis from him here at the half. Mike is the director of coaching for Cape Express Youth Soccer, and Mike, first, Wildwood really had the majority of the possession in the first 20 minutes, and then Wildwood Catholic did a much better job in the second 20. What'd you see overall?
First 10, 15 minutes, Wildwood was playing the ball wide out to Blanda. It's doing a great job. They went through that. They had multiple opportunities within the first 5 to 7 minutes, Brian, and then they seemed to get away from it. They were playing direct. Catholic is doing a really, really nice job putting 10 people consistently behind the ball. They got one forward up as a target player. They're trying to, release out to him, but for the most part, they're doing a nice job staying compact. And you hear Coach Sal on the sideline here, you got to get with. They're outside halves. They're pinching to the middle. They're just jamming down the middle. It's easy to defend. So Wildwood's going to have to basically open it up a little bit, get their outside halves, their forwards wide a little bit instead of just playing direct. And like I said, Catholic's just got to push more people up, in the attacking side. They had, the better of the opportunities in the first half on the counters. So, both teams doing a nice job, but just have to clean some things up.
All right, so we go to this second half here, and we'll see what adjustments each team makes. And a pretty cleanly played game so far. We've had no cards, just 2 fouls in that first half. Both were on Wildwood Catholic. And now Wildwood Catholic, the home team in blue, moving from right to left across your device. I want to thank Sam Cohen for handling the video production for us, and of course all of our great sponsors that you see scrolling down at the bottom corner, especially Crest Savings Bank, the Mud Hen, Cabrera Companies, Hall's Carpet Care. They are some of our flagship sponsors. So it looks like both teams back to their starters. Wildwood Catholic only subbed one player in that first half. Wildwood subbed 4. And we have a bit of a delay here on this because a player for Wildwood Catholic, Teddy Woolery, was tying his cleat as the whistle blew, so now they blow it again, and now we restart. Woolery, center of the field. Angel Lara won that for Wildwood. Kellen Miller trying to release Osario down the left flank, but Wildwood Catholic will get a throw. Sorensen takes it. Catnoso lost it to Burns. Burns trying to go wide to Blanda, and it's knocked out of bounds by Wildwood Catholic. And Wildwood will get a throw here. And again, as Mike Hickman pointed out, looks like Wildwood is making a deliberate attempt to try to open up the field a little bit by playing balls wide. And they're going to get a dangerous opportunity here on a long Tyler Brown throw in the final third. And bounces into a dangerous area, and Alston comes up with it. That ball bounced twice. Bounced once. Angel Lara with a header. Burns plays it back to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons couldn't keep it down, however, and Wildwood Catholic will get a throw. Crusaders now with the wind at their back a little bit here. It's more of a cross breeze, but it is helping the team going toward the north here, which is Wildwood Catholic. And they're going to get a throw in the offensive third here. Sorensen will take it. That's won by Fitzsimmons. Catholic will get another throw, but much further up the touchline. This ball's thrown toward the corner of the box there. initially won by Burke Fitzsimmons, and the throw will go to Wildwood Catholic again. Angel Lara was able to head that away. Now it's Critchfield. Evan Papa George. Teddy Woolery now trying to play it outside, but no one there. Woolery, though, wins it back. And we'll get a throw. Critchfield to throw. Looking for Woolery, it's too far, and Denke is able to gather. The one thing to look at here in this second half, as the sun is going down, anything played from the left flank is going to be a little bit of a problem for Brock Denke. Short punt here. Catnoso the first ball, Blanda the second. As they head it back and forth. Well, that's a foul. It's a good call there. Blanda went up in the air and got bumped to the ground by Kiker, and that'll give Wildwood a free kick here. Oh. Wildwood was able to take some liberties here with the positioning of the ball, as the free kick is actually being taken about 10 yards ahead of where that foul occurred. Wildwood Catholic, though, wins the ball. Catnoso through the midfield. Through ball, tried to play it. Jalal intercepts that. Vasquez on the outside, a turnover by Wildwood, but a nice interception there by Jalal. Blanda playing it forward, looking for Rosario. And it's played out of play by Christian Sorensen. Fitzsimmons to take the throw. Kellen Miller chips. That's a handball. Handball on Chase Adams. He had his arm away from his body. And the ball played off his arm. And Wildwood with a dangerous free kick opportunity here. And Gavin Burns is going to take this. He's about 13 or so yards outside the box, and he got a little too ambitious there, and that was a wasted free kick as it went well over the bar. And sometimes those are tough. He's kicking into the wind, and he may have just felt like he needed to get a little more on it to power it through the wind, and he hit it way too far. Chris Papagiorgio with the sixth kick. Woolery pops it over to Flickinger. Flickinger brings it down, but it's won nicely by Vasquez for Wildwood. Plays it wide, looking for Rosario, couldn't keep it in play. Sorensen's throw. Jalal plays it out. Miller wins the second ball. Burns comes back to gather. He was trying to play it long, but it was tipped, and Critchfield's able to play right through the center here. A bunch of bodies come together. Wildwood Catholic still with it. Catnoso now. Evan Papa George. That's a great ball. And Flickinger comes together with a Wildwood defender, and it's like Woolery is down for Wildwood Catholic. He and Jalal came together for that loose ball, and Woolery is worse for the wear. They both went down. Jalal got up pretty much right away, and now we have a delay here as they tend to Teddy Woolery. And Mike, what do you see so far in the second half?
Actually, once again, Catholic's doing a real nice job. Wildwood's still trying to go direct. They did a little bit better going wide, but once again, I mean, Coach Sal, that's exactly what he's saying right now. We pulled him aside, said same thing. We're not getting what we need, so he's trying to get him to push a little bit harder here. But good half so far.
And obviously, we hope Woolery's okay. He is one of the key players for Wildwood Catholic, and he's obviously going to have to come off the field at least momentarily, but he's being looked at by the athletic trainer on site here, as well as assistant coach Anthony Batiste for Wildwood Catholic. And the Crusaders huddling up. You can see Tommy Boley the head coach discussing some strategy with his troops. We're scoreless in this one, and you're starting to get the feeling here that the first goal may win this, as we're about 8 minutes or so into this second half. So Woolery gets to his feet, and he's slow to come off, and it almost looks to me like perhaps he banged his head either with Jalal or maybe with his head or maybe Jalal's shoulder. But he's got to come off here. Or he caught an elbow or a shoulder or something, or you never know. Could have been a knee while he was falling down. But either way, it looks like he was hitting the side of his face there. And he's got to be off for at least the next opportunity to sub. But he doesn't look like he's ready to come back in just yet. He's going to sit out at least a few minutes. Denke, the 6 kick. Won by Kiker. Center of the field to Catnoso. Catnoso lays it off to Critchfield. Critchfield pops it forward. Tyler Brown wins the header. Here's Kellen Miller. Tried to play to Burns. Intercepted by Gonzalez. Kiker. Kellen and Miller a good step to prevent that opportunity. And now we have a foul on Wildwood here. And now Wildwood Catholic will get a free kick. Gonzalez will take this. I don't think that got the desired effect, and Wildwood's able to clear. Critchfield. Oh, that's a great ball, but no Wildwood Catholic player there. That ball's won by Kiker going forward, and Evan Papagiorgio can't keep it in play, and Wildwood will have a 6 kick. Wildwood, when these two teams got together last year, won this game 7-2. This is a far cry from that. And as we are scoreless here into the second half. Denke's 6 kick, and again, Denke's kicking against the wind a little bit here. Wildwood Catholic wins it. Here's Kiker along the touchline down the left flank. Sends a ball across the 18, but Wildwood is there. Miller plays it forward. Critchfield pops it in the air for Catholic. That's won by R.J. Blanda. Badiri didn't come back to the ball well for Wildwood there, and Wildwood Catholic won it again. Charlie Flickinger. Now it's Wildwood Catholic again. And the one thing we're seeing here is that Wildwood's 2 forwards are just not moving well off the ball. They're kind of just standing around waiting for someone to get them the ball. Usually doesn't work that way. Here's Badiri trying to fight for possession, and he does have it, but he loses it in the midfield. And here is Flickinger, plays it wide to his longtime Cape Express teammate Evan Papagiorgio, who couldn't keep it in play. And Wildwood will have a throw here. Miller will take it out of the midfield, out right at the halfway line. Got it over the first defender. Center of the field now. Good shield by Burns to win this ball. Plays it over to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons outside, and that's intercepted by Sorensen. Fitzsimmons couldn't keep it in play, and Wildwood Catholic will have a throw. They're looking to go quickly. Sorensen. Calvin Kiker won that. Kiker down the right side. Kiker cuts it back. No blue shirt in the area. Critchfield goes around the man, shoots, and a good save by Brock Denke. That's a great job by the back coming up the left flank there and creating an opportunity for Wildwood Catholic. Well done by Chase Critchfield. Fitzsimmons, center of the field. Osorio couldn't get a touch. And they were looking for a long ball there. Badiri was going to be offside. He's going to be offside again. But Wildwood Catholic wins the ball in the midfield. Brown wins it. Gonzalez. Nice drop to Adams. Adams, good ball. But Fitzsimmons is on that. Sorensen wins. And it's a throw for Wildwood Catholic. Throw goes forward. Kiker. There's a push in the back. And Wildwood's going to get a free kick deep in the corner. Very rarely called at the high school level. At a different level of soccer, that's probably a yellow card. That's a blatant two-hand push in the back on a player that has position and possession. But in high school, they kind of let that go and just call a foul. Coach Hickman is seeing that both teams are settling down a little bit more and there's more possession in the game. And now the touch from Tyler Brown goes across the byline. This will be Wildwood Catholic's first corner kick. Charlie Flickinger will take it. Drives it low and hard. Wildwood got the first touch on that. Flickinger with it again with another opportunity to cross. Headed away by Jalal. Still loose. Burns is able to get it out of there for Wildwood. Adams. Critchfield. Cleared away by Wildwood. Here's Kellen Miller. Looking for Badiri, and he got him. And can Badiri get there? He does, as Keenan Alston came way off his line. Now Badiri down the flank. Can he get a shot away? He does, and he just misses the right post. Good work by Nunu Badiri there. And that was the first time they really got him open in a forward position since very early in the half. And Badiri just could not get his laces across that ball enough to keep it from sailing wide. And it actually missed the right post by a relatively comfortable margin. Probably Wildwood's best chance of the game so far. There haven't been many chances for either team. The couple that have been there have really been for Wildwood Catholic. Flickinger wins it away from Burns. That's a great job by the freshman. Critchfield, he loses it to Miller. Miller tried to play it down the flank, mishit it. Wildwood Catholic will get a throw. Had the right idea, just didn't execute it. This will go off of Wildwood Catholic. Good work by Tyler Brown being physical there with Calvin Kiker. Miller, and I think a lot of the players in this game have been taking a lot of liberties with the field position on throw-ins, and this is the first time someone got caught. And they're going to make Miller take this again. That was a handball there by Wildwood's Angel DeJesus. Now, Nunu Badiri is going to get what is about the silliest yellow card you can get, which is not giving a player the 10 yards to take a free kick. And if the player plays it quickly and you don't encroach forward, it's okay. But Badiri was facing the ball and never moved back, and when the ball was played, that's a yellow card. He has to come out. That's the first yellow of the game for either team. Wildwood Catholic plays it long, and Burke Fitzsimmons guides it out of play for a 6 kick. We're about 18 minutes into this second half. We are scoreless. And again, we mentioned a few moments ago, we're getting to the point where we're getting the feeling that the first goal will win this game. There's still 22 minutes to play, and a lot can happen. Good win by Sorensen, and a foul on Wildwood. Good call by the official. Catholic plays it early, really before anybody for Wildwood Catholic was in an area to make a play on the ball. And Wildwood wins it, but Wildwood Catholic wins it back. Catnoso in the air here. Burns wins it nicely to himself. Handball called on Gavin Burns. Gonzalez will take this for the Crusaders. And that was looking for the head of Calvin Kiker, and it goes too high. And it's a good sign here. Teddy Woolery, who had to sit out after coming out injured, will go back in for Wildwood Catholic. Evan Papagiorgio will step out. And again, we are scoreless. Midway through the second half between Wildwood and Wildwood Catholic. Calvin Kiker wins that header. Burke Fitzsimmons will play it up the line, but inbounds. Here's Flickinger sending it across. Woolery plays it across, and it's banged in by Calvin Kiker. Looked like R.J. Blanda made a nice play to stop the initial shot. But then Woolery was able to collect it and played it across, and Calvin Kiker knocks it in. All right, Badiri will come back into the game. He replaces Alex Cesario for Wildwood, and they find themselves trailing here. And will that goal be the one that propels Wildwood Catholic to the win? Still 20 minutes to play. Wildwood Catholic has had way more of the possession in this second half. Critchfield plays it forward. And now he plays it long into the corner. It's actually not a terrible ball. And Flickinger has it. And we're going to have a foul on Tyler Brown. The frustration level for Wildwood is starting to rise here. Flickinger will take this free kick. Chips it. Header by Kiker just over the bar. Boy, and that narrow miss may have just kept Wildwood in the game here. Charlie Flickinger wins the 6. That's a great ball by Woolery, switching fields, looking for the Stallo, couldn't keep it in. Burke Fitzsimmons, long throw. One by Wildwood, second header though, or one by Wildwood Catholic, second header goes out of bounds by Wildwood. Sorensen takes. That's chipped forward. Burns, center of the field, no. As Chris Papagiorgio is able to get rid of that. Here's Kiker. Jalal. Burns, fouled. Good work by Gavin Burns there against the double team. Miller looks like he wants to take this free kick. Miller drives it toward the penalty area. Wildwood Catholic wins the first ball. Burns. It's a great work by Gavin Burns there to win that ball for Wildwood. RJ Blanda keeps it in play and it wins his team a throw. He fought off a hard shoulder challenge from Charlie Flickinger, was able to turn and got possession for his team. That was good work by RJ Blanda. Michael Blanda, Chris Hernandez, and Oscar DeJesus back into the game for Wildwood. Miller. Chase Critchfield wins the header. The Stallo. A little too far with that touch, but Burke Fitzsimmons couldn't keep it in play either and couldn't counter for Wildwood, so the Crusaders will have a throw. Sorensen. And another throw for the Crusaders. Gonzalez, a nice flick to send that forward. Fitzsimmons is able to clear. Catholic, another throw. And this is what you're seeing when, so many of these games played on narrow fields. We're seeing a lot of throw-ins. Catnoso out of the midfield, that was blocked. Wildwood trying to counter, and Catholic will have yet another throw. The thing about this field here at Wildwood Catholic is they have the space here in Stone Harbor to make this a nice wide field, and it's not. It's not the narrowest field you've ever seen, but it's certainly not the widest. Badiri wins that ball, plays it forward, loose touch though, and a great slide tackle by Chris Papageorge to stop the chance. But Wildwood will have a throw in the offensive third. And you're getting to the point here where on these set pieces here that Wildwood's going to have to start throwing some numbers forward, and you're seeing Ahmed Jalal, the center back, who's very good at balls in the air going forward here. And that goes right to the keeper, Keenan Alston. And I think if you're Wildwood, when you get a throw in the final third, the way Alston's been so active off this line, you might want to have an offensive player go right to the keeper. Here's Catholic trying to counter. Flickinger, a great ball to Woolery in the corner. Woolery crosses, and that goes across the face of goal and out for a 6. We're inside 15 minutes to go. Wildwood Catholic leading 1-0. A Calvin Kiker goal assisted by Teddy Woolery. Gonzalez heads it away, out of play. Wildwood with a throw. Fitzsimmons to Gonzalez. And Wildwood Catholic has done well all this entire second half as they are winning the majority of the second balls. Here's Kellen Miller. And he can't keep it in play. Critchfield taking his time. Throws it in the Flickinger. Adams intercepts that long ball. Good work on the far side there by Oscar De Jesus to force a throw for Wildwood. Oh, now they're going to give it to Wildwood Catholic. I think that surprised Wildwood, and now Catholic's on the counterattack here. Jalal, good work to keep it away from Kiker. But now here's Wildwood Catholic again. And Jalal has to step forward again. Michael Blanda against Woolery. Critchfield. And Denke is able to gather it off a bounce. It's actually astonishing how many balls we have seen on either throw-ins or crosses that have bounced in the box today without anyone on them. Sorensen plays it forward. Chipped out wide by Kiker. Kiker, oh, great ball to Catanoso on the turn, and a good job by Fernandez on the intercept there. Chris Hernandez, and Wildwood Catholic kicks it across the byline for a 6. And we look like we're around 10 minutes to play here. And here is another 6, and again won by Wildwood Catholic. And here is Brock Denke again on the punt for Wildwood. Sends it toward the halfway line, and Wildwood Catholic wins it, but it does go forward for Wildwood. Burns with it. Some bodies go down, no whistle. Fitzsimmons chips it into the center of the field, and Hernandez, a vital touch there. Here comes Michael Blanda, and a great shield there by Chris Papageorge. Chris Papagiorgio. Throw for Wildwood Catholic. Kiker wins the header. Miller plays it forward. Angel De Jesus. Oh, Michael Blanda fell while trying to retrieve that ball. He may have had an opportunity to make a play on that ball. That was a great play by De Jesus. Here's Calvin Kiker. Plays it forward. Jalal will chip out of play. Gonzalez. Another throw for the Crusaders. Kiker will take this one. Jalal heads forward. Flickinger, though, in the middle of the field. Plays wide to Sorensen. Back toward the middle. Burns has it. Great ball to Michael Blanda. Blanda brings it down, trying to turn. And a handball is called. Gonzalez with a free kick, about 5 yards inside Wildwood Catholic's offensive half of the halfway line. Chips toward the top of the area on the right flank. Headed on. And they're going to say it's a corner kick off of Wildwood. Second corner kick for the Crusaders this half. They've also had a couple of free kicks down near the corner flags after fouls in this second half. Flickinger will take it. Stallo won it. Well, Wildwood was trying to counter, and Stallo won that back among 3 Wildwood players and nearly created a dangerous chance. Denke plays forward. Critchfield wins the header. Fitzsimmons heads back. Michael Blanda plays to Badiri. Badiri goes wide. Gets it back after a deflection. Takes it down the left flank, into the box. Cuts it back. Badiri into the middle, and it's scored. And Wildwood equalizes through the freshman, Angel DeJesus, and Nunu Badiri, who has not been having his best game. An absolute wonderful moment of magic there, taking it down the left flank and going around a few players, having some composure along the byline, sends it back into the middle, and we are level with about 7 minutes to go. So Angel DeJesus and now we're tied at 1. And that kind of came out of nowhere. Our analyst here on the side, Mike Hickman, commenting on the excellent drag by Nunu Badiri. And it really was. And you just saw he has, as I said, hasn't had his best game, but you see why he's one of the best players in Cape May County with what he just did there to set up that goal by Angel DeJesus. Miller plays it forward. The team's headed back and forth. Bomb forward by Chris Papagiorgio. The header won at the middle of the field there by Wildwood. Miller again sends forward. Tyler Brown will pop it forward. Chase Critchfield. That's a great ball by Chase Critchfield to find Teddy Woolery in the middle of the field. And a good challenge by Blanda, but Woolery plays through that, and Miller takes it away. Angel DeJesus. And good work there by Alex Cesario of Wildwood to give the Warriors a throw here, as Chase Critchfield could do nothing but knock that ball out of play. Miller will take the throw. Trying to play Badiri. Gonzalez comes down with it. The goal scorer, DeJesus. Got it to Burke Fitzsimmons. That's a good ball into the corner. Alston will come out and play that out of play, and Wildwood will get another throw. And the way Alston has been coming off his line on this throw, Wildwood, I think, would do well to mark the goalkeeper. They won't. They do not do that. And here's Miller. He'll try to take the long throw, and no doubt he'll try to play to Badiri's head. It's into a dangerous area. Turning is R.J. Blanda, but couldn't keep it down. It was a bouncing ball. We've kind of seen the field open up a little bit here. And Wildwood's finding some success getting the ball wide. Catholic scored first midway through the period. Wildwood equalized about 2 or 3 minutes ago. Alex Azario wins that ball, but is taken back by Calvin Kiker, who turns. Jalal with the interception. Plays it wide, but only to Critchfield. Critchfield up to Woolery. Not a great touch, but no Wildwood players around, so Woolery able to make a play on the ball. Jalal knocks it away. DeStallo heads it toward Flickinger. And that's a dangerous boot there by Miller, and that's going to give Wildwood Catholic a free indirect kick. We're a little over 3 minutes to go, we believe. Our time is not official. They're keeping the official time on the field. Gonzalez fires this. Jalal was able to chip it away. Burns with some space and time. Plays it middle of the field. Azario looking for Badiri. It's tipped away, and Wildwood Catholic plays it forward. Tyler Brown bombs it, and Badiri is called for offside, and Wildwood coaches are incredulous. They believe a Wildwood Catholic player was behind the play when the ball was played out of the back. And Badiri would have had an opportunity to go in alone. Wildwood Catholic's defense was a little unorganized there. An outside back looked like he was keeping Badiri on when that ball was played. Now ball played through the middle. Azario through, and it's kicked out of play, or will it stay in play by the keeper, Alston. Woolery plays it up the flank. Miller plays it off of Flickinger for a Wildwood throw. Miller throws to Badiri. Badiri turns, fires across, and it's intercepted by Wildwood Catholic. Burns just misses the crossbar. Excellent opportunity there for Wildwood Catholic. I believe that was Sorensen, not positive, who pulled that off the line for Wildwood Catholic as Alston was out of position. That goal has revitalized Wildwood. Chris Papagiorgio, nice win in the air by Flickinger. Miller plays it forward. Miller again. Great clearance there by Critchfield. Kiker. Good work by Ahmed Jalal. Center of the field, Gavin Burns. Outside to Miller. Miller plays it center. Burns with it. Burns plays forward. Alex Azario. Wow, Wildwood wanted a foul there. There was some contact as Azario played the ball from the goalkeeper. Wow. Well, one thing I will say is you don't want to see a game decided on a play like that, but it wouldn't have been out of the realm of reality there that would have been called a foul. And whether he was in the penalty area, I don't know. Stepping forward. Well, that probably should have been a foul on Wildwood. Whistles were silent there, and now we have a foul on Catholic. And Wildwood's going to have a free kick here just inside the halfway line. Kellen Miller will take it. We're probably inside a minute here. Wildwood Catholic holding the 18. Miller plays it long. Too long, and it'll go out of play. The wind has actually calmed down a little bit. And again, it is a cross breeze moving from where we are, where the camera is, going toward where the fans are on the opposite side, so from west to east. But it also is going a little bit south to north. Played through the middle. Angel Hernandez keeps it alive for Wildwood. Kellen Miller played it wide. Good step there by Wildwood. Played wide. That's a great play by Chris Papagiorgio. Here's Burns. Flickinger for Catholic. Now it's Gavin Burns. Back to Fitzsimmons. Played forward, and Keenan Alston comes up with it for Wildwood Catholic. About a minute to play here before we go to extra time. We're tied at 1. Can someone get a goal here in this final minute? Jalal wins that header. It looks like Wildwood's going to knock this out of play, though. No, they're going to say it's a Wildwood throw that Kiker hit it last. Flickinger the header. Wildwood will get another throw. And we have a foul on Wildwood Catholic here. So Wildwood will get what looks like could be a late opportunity here. Burns will take the free kick. Sends it toward the goal. And Keenan Alston comes up with it. R.J. Blanda was in an area there that if he just got a little flick, he might have gotten the goal. But Alston ends up winning it. Here's Woolery with some time and space on the left flank. And Wildwood wins it. Sent forward. And here is the ball played long. Chris Papageorge again. He's had a wonderful game for Wildwood Catholic in the back. Wildwood with an opportunity to cross here possibly. And they're going to get a corner out of this. Wildwood's first corner of the second half, and it's certainly late in this game here. There can't be a lot of time left. Burns will take it. Puts it in the air. And it's headed away by Wildwood Catholic, I believe. This will go out of play. And that will do it. And we will go to extra time here, so the teams will get a 5-minute break. And then we'll go to extra time. It is 2 10-minute periods. Unless someone scores, it is a golden goal format. You do not play out the entire 20 minutes. So we go to extra time, tied at 1. Each team will get, or the teams will get a 5-minute break here before we go to the first extra time session. So we'll step away from the audio momentarily. All right, so we head to extra time here. We're tied at 1. It was a scoreless first half between Wildwood and Wildwood Catholic. I'm Brian Kniff, Sam Cohen handling the live video for us. Mike Hickman, the director of coaching for Cape Express, is also here with us. And You had Calvin Kiker, who's really been a handful for Wildwood defensively. Kiker for Wildwood Catholic's been all over the field. He got the first goal about midway through the second half, and then Wildwood equalized with about 10 minutes to go through a freshman, Angel DeJesus. And Mike, your impressions of that second half?
It's just starting to open the field wide open here. I mean, Kiker from the very beginning of the game all the way to, the goal has worked hard. Catholic looked, very, very good at the beginning of the second half, controlled pretty much of it, and it wasn't honestly until about the last 10 minutes that you started seeing Kellen Miller in the middle of the field. He started, went in the middle of the field a lot more control, and then all of a sudden you see a ball played wide by Nunu, and then, like I mentioned earlier, he turned on a second gear you haven't seen in a while around here. And, I mean, he went in, drugged the ball back, and a beautiful finishing goal. So, I mean, that's what rivalries are all about, Brian. So, I mean, it's a great game, and it's going to overtime, of course.
All right, so, yeah, we are in extra time here, and the team's captains just came to the middle of the field to get the instructions from the officials. And the coin flip here. And again, there are, for maybe the novice person out there watching high school soccer, this is a regular season game, so there are no penalty kicks. It's 2 10-minute periods of extra time. They'll play, each team will go in each direction for each period, and of course it will end if someone scores. And it looks like Wildwood will be going from right to left to start the extra time period. They are in white. And extra time is a relatively new format for high school soccer. It is, I guess, I don't know, maybe the last 12, 14 years or so, games used to just end like this in a tie after 80 minutes. But they did put extra time in to try to eliminate some of those ties, and it has done that. You go back years ago, you'd see teams with 6, 7 ties in a season. Now it might only be 2 or 3 because that extra 20 minutes will often create a winner. And Mike Hickman is actually telling us that there has been some discussion to actually take extra time away in the regular season and go back to ending games in a tie after 80 minutes. But that won't happen here, and we'll have another possibly 20 minutes of soccer here. Here's Nick Catnoso, center of the field, plays it forward. Brock Denke comes off his line to bomb that forward. That's a handball there by Christian Sorensen, giving Wildwood a free kick here. Miller will take the free kick for Wildwood. Plays it toward the top of the box on the right side. Blanda couldn't get a touch on it, but he gathers it in the corner. Plays it back. And here's a shot across and knocked off by Critchfield. It's a great cross there by Alex Azurio. A cross with pace. Kellen Miller loses it. Woolery did enough to cause that turnover. Woolery going up the left flank. Miller does a good job of tracking back, but Catnoso picks up that loose ball. Plays to Charlie Flickinger, the freshman. Across, and Hernandez knocks it away with a vital clearance. Evan Papagiorgio plays it back for Catholic. Pop toward the top of the area. Burke Fitzsimmons plays it away. Gavin Burns plays wide to Badiri, who's offside by about 1.5 miles. I think Badiri thought that Burns was going to play that ball earlier. Burns took an extra touch, and Badiri was well offside, an easy call for the official. Gonzalez will take the free kick. That's a great ball toward the center of the field, but no Wildwood Catholic player on it. And Brock Denke comes down with it. Again, one thing to remember, Keenan Alston for Wildwood Catholic is looking a little bit into the sun, the goalkeeper, in this period of extra time. Burke Fitzsimmons plays it forward, but this will be a Wildwood Catholic throw right near their bench. Sorensen plays to Kiker. His pass is intercepted by Miller. Miller has had an excellent, here's Osorio. Will he get a chance? No. Great clearance by Critchfield. R.J. Blanda wins the header, but Alston will clean this up. And yeah, Kellen Miller has really, really made an impact in the middle of the park for Wildwood, especially over these last 15 minutes. Tyler Brown didn't get the touch he wanted, and Wildwood Catholic will get a throw. Playing Kiker. Chris Hernandez knocked it away momentarily. Here's Woolery to Flickinger. Burke Fitzsimmons clears it away momentarily, but Catnoso trying to shield and hold possession. And he could not. Excellent work by Burke Fitzsimmons. A good effort by Catnoso. And Sorensen wins the header there in the middle. Burns loses it. Sorensen. Hernandez a header. Not a good one, but it's cleared away by Wildwood. Hernandez is in because Ahmed Jalal, their normal center back, is out, and I believe it's for cramping. They were trying to stretch him big time in between the periods, and now he's going to come back in. Played across. That's played to a dangerous area, really. Blanda wins the header, though. Sends it forward. Osorio. Can he get through? And he's fouled. Alex Osorio is fouled by Chase Adams. And Kellen Miller is going to get a free kick in a dangerous area. About 25, 28 yards from goal. And actually Burns is going to take this. Burns surveying things, chips it. And Alston comes away with it. Jalal was forward, and he just couldn't get high enough to get his head to that, and Alston is able to collect. That's Alston's best punt of the game right there. Brown wins it in the center of the field, but Catnoso plays it forward. Fitzsimmons will have to play it wide. Good work by Velasquez to keep it in play, but he turns it over. Kiker plays it wide. That's a great ball to Catnoso. Catnoso with a cross, and it's out for a six. Good work by Burke Fitzsimmons. And some of these kids on the back lines on both teams have really had excellent games. Fitzsimmons is one for Wildwood. Chase Adams, Chris Papageorge have been excellent. So yeah, we're in a 1-1 game here. So in extra time. So obviously both defenses have been very good. Catholic wins that six kick, but it goes all the way back to Denke, who will now get to punt the ball away. And he's going to try to play it right all the way up to Badiri. Badiri does win it here. Badiri drags it wide. Takes it toward the byline. Now stops. Looking to cross. Gets through a man. Can't get through Charlie Flickinger. Great play by the freshman there. Kiker, the first man to it for Wildwood Catholic. Goes to Woolery. And Fitzsimmons knocks it away, and Wildwood can get reorganized on defense here. Woolery has to come out as he is cramping up here. So DeStallo comes in to replace him. Sorensen with the throw. Ahmed Jalal wins it. Oh, and then he did not play the ball to a great spot there. Gonzalez trying to play it back. Critchfield can't retrieve, and he has to just pop it out of bounds, and Wildwood will get a throw here. And we have about 2.5 minutes to play here in the first session of extra time. Critchfield heads it, and Alston, being off his line there, ended up being in a great spot to prevent that from going across for a corner kick. His punt goes directly out of play, though, and Wildwood will have a throw. Miller down the line, and it's headed away by Wildwood Catholic. Miller again with the throw. Headed nicely by Critchfield. Kiker with it. Won by Wildwood. Angel DeJesus with a great ball back there. Kiker with it. Looking for Catanoso, and he's onside. Catanoso's in behind the defense. And Burke Fitzsimmons did enough, and Brock Denke got his foot on it. And what do we have here? There was a whistle. Wow, and we have the trailing official from about 80 yards away making this call. And they are going to say it's outside the box.
He's the last defender.
Wildwood Catholic arguing if the foul's on the last defender there, you could make the argument denial of a scoring opportunity, and it could be a red card. I don't think they're going to get that. I don't think they're going to get that call. That's just a very interesting call. There was an official right there, but it looks like Gonzalez will take this from about 22 yards, and it goes over the bar. Wow, that was definitely touched by the Wildwood wall. It should be a corner for Wildwood Catholic, but they're ruling a 6 kick. Well, there is a lot going on in this game here.
And there's no card. Not the last defender. Who was? There were 3 players behind him. Behind him? Yeah. That was tipped right there.
Burke Fitzsimmons wins the header. And now we're going to have the first period of extra time is complete. Yeah, the ball was that Wildwood Catholic is still arguing the free kick that nicked off a Wildwood defender and went over the bar, but a 6 kick was given to Wildwood there. But just when you look at that play in totality, you had the official who was charged with that, who was 20 or 25 yards away, signaling play on, and you had the official coming from way behind the play to call that foul there on Wildwood, and creating a very dangerous chance for Catholic, and the chance goes over the bar, and we go to the second period of extra time. So the teams have, I think it's 2 minutes here between the first and second periods of extra time to rest and go over some strategy. We'll have 10 minutes, and if no one scores in this 10 minutes, we will have a draw. Mike, you know, the first half of this game almost seemed like it was 2 teams playing from opposite corners of the state. It didn't really seem like a rivalry game. It was a good game, but now it's really ramped up that second half in the first period of extra time.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see it. The whole field is wide open right now. realize both teams played yesterday. You're starting to see some tired legs out there right now. You can see it. Your defense is staying back instead of pushing up on both sides. So obviously it's going to open up the middle of the field, and that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a lot of turns where they're going to be able to exploit that area and go forward, and they're having success.
So yeah, both teams with a couple of opportunities there in that first period of extra time, and now we'll go to the second period. And Wildwood Catholic will be Wildwood Catholic, which is in blue, will go from right to left, so they'll be going south to north here at the Stone Harbor Recreation Field. This has been Wildwood Catholic's home field for an awfully long time. Some of the people who've been around soccer in this community forever will remember that Wildwood Catholic's field used to go from west to east. It used to be over, if you're watching the video here, used to be over toward the right here. And it used to go west to east, but about, 8, 10, 12 years ago, they switched it to this, where they go south to north. So this time, it'll be Brock Denke, Wildwood's goalkeeper, who will have to be looking up at that setting sun. And any ball played in from the left flank could really give him problems. Both teams with opportunities there in the first period of extra time. As Mike said, field has really opened up, and both teams had some free kicks. Each team had a free kick in a dangerous area and couldn't convert. Wildwood will get the opening kick. And here we go. 10 minutes to go. Miller plays it wide to Brown. Brown will bomb it down the flank. Critchfield heads it out of play. Miller will take the throw. And no doubt he will be looking for the Chester head of Badiri right at the 18 here. Gonzalez wins the header. Blanda heads it back for Wildwood, but then Alston comes off his line to grab that one for Wildwood Catholic. Keenan Alston, who's not a particularly experienced goalkeeper, has had a nice game for Wildwood Catholic. He's really been almost like an extra back there. And here's a long ball played that Woolery puts Brown under pressure. That is great work over there by Alex Vasquez, who draws a foul. He stopped the counterattack, number one, and then draws a foul. Excellent work by Velasquez over there. So just on the defensive side of the halfway line, Wildwood will get a free kick. Miller fires it forward, and it's knocked out of play, I believe, by Sorensen. Wildwood will get another throw. And again, we'll see where Miller goes with this throw. Does he try to go into the box? This would be an awfully long throw, or does he play it down the line? And it looks like he will try to play Badiri. Up, knocked away by Alston, popped in the air by Badiri, and looks like we have an offside infraction, and I'm not sure how that could be, because Badiri's the one who played the ball, and then he went and tried to retrieve it. He can't be offside there. The player who played the ball forward, then went to retrieve it, was judged to be offside. That's impossible. Gonzalez will take the free kick. Won by Angel Lara in the middle of the field. Burns with it. Burns will fire. That'll go over the bar. The one thing we know about Gavin Burns is he is a finisher. And if he gets a moment, he can put it in the back of the net from just about anywhere. And he just put that one over the bar. Gonzalez to take the 6 kick again. This one he gets a little better air on. This will go back. Jalal with it, clears it wide, not to a good area. Evan Papageorge gets it to Kiker. Kiker into the corner. Jalal goes down to momentarily, and he does a great job to slide tackle that away. Blanda. Angel DeJesus to Blanda again. Blanda lost it. Here's Flickinger. And Wildwood Catholic will get a throw. Flickinger, center of the park. Kiker, Angel DeJesus, nice job to tip it away, but Gonzalez retrieves. Back to Flickinger, wide to Papagiorgio. Center of the field. Here's Wildwood on the move. Angel DeJesus trying to play it through. He should have played it wide. And now we're going to have a whistle, and it looks like Calvin Kiker is cramping. And hopefully that's what it is. It is something with his leg, and you know, again, as Mike Hickman mentioned earlier, both of these teams played yesterday, and both were important games. Wildwood Catholic won at Buna, or beat Buna, to clinch their first conference title in the Cape Atlantic League since 2019. Wildwood, which is playing for a Tri-County Classic Division championship, had a league game yesterday against Salem that they won. So 2 important league games yesterday, and then this big rivalry game today. And we're seeing a lot of cramping, and that's what it looks like with Kiker. And Calvin Kiker has given everything for Wildwood Catholic. He really has. He's been running tirelessly from flank to flank. Kiker still being worked on. Head coach Tommy Boley's out there. This has been a tremendous high school soccer game here. And 2 of the better small school teams in the region. Are these 2 of the best teams in South Jersey? No. But they're, for schools with the enrollment of of the size of Wildwood Catholic and Wildwood, these are 2 excellent soccer teams. When you compare their enrollment to their talent level. They give the drop ball to Wildwood here. Tyler Brown tries to play it wide, does get it to Blanda. Blanda trying to go around the man. And it's knocked out of bounds by Wildwood. Good work by Evan Papagiorgio over there on the sideline. Miller wins the header. Kept in play by Flickinger. Back heels it, and then Wildwood's Miller knocks it off of Papagiorgio for a throw for Wildwood. Miller plays toward the corner, gets it back on the header. Now he fires, and Alston collects. He got a good strike on that, but I'm not sure he was trying to direct that to that area. Miller won that first header. Angel DeJesus wins the second. Brown takes it out of the air, pops it forward. Badiri, and Alston knocks it away. Turning is Azario. Gonzalez cleans it up for Wildwood Catholic. Sends it down the center of the floor. Burke Fitzsimmons has time to turn. Woolery coming on him. Burke Fitzsimmons up the sideline. Knocked out of play by DeStallo. Burke Fitzsimmons with the throw. This will go off of Wildwood Catholic and out of play. Another throw for Wildwood. Miller to throw. Throws toward the box. Batted around. Knocked into the air again. Not sure who got a head on it, but it comes out. Brown plays it back. It's a great ball, but Badiri is offside. I don't know if Brown could have played a better ball there, but Badiri was offside. He didn't get to the ball anyway. So either way, Wildwood Catholic will get a free kick. We're being told 6 minutes left in the second period of extra time. If no one scores, it'll end in a draw. Gonzalez. Burns wins the second ball. Angel DeJesus. Good touch from him. And we're going to have a foul on Wildwood Catholic here. Burns is going to take this free kick. Burns, it wouldn't be unheard of for Burns to shoot from this distance. He fires it, and Alston comes up with it. And again, Alston, an inexperienced keeper, has had a really nice game for Wildwood Catholic today. Here's Critchfield after the ball was won by Chris Papagiorgio. Burns now in the center of the park. Well, Wildwood with a miscommunication there, stolen away by Papagiorgio, and now here's Nick Catanoso moving forward. Plays it wide to Evan Papagiorgio, further wide to Flickinger. It's Wildwood Catholic stringing together some passes, then Flickinger a little miscommunication there, but Wildwood a loose touch by Brown, and Wildwood Catholic will get a throw here in the final third. And this will be dangerous because Wildwood's defenders and goalkeeper will be looking back into the sun here on this throw. 1.5 to go. This is thrown toward the goalkeeper. Ahmed Jalal with a big header to clear. Critchfield wins it into the air. Blanda nods it on. Now it's Burns in the middle of the park. Alex Osorio. And too far for R.J. Blanda. Critchfield looking for Kiker. Headers won by Brown. Critchfield again. We're deep into this second period of extra time. Headed out by Kellen Miller. Burns goes further to Badiri. Badiri with a chance to go one-on-one. Badiri still holding. Gets it to Alex Osorio, who's onside. Alex Osorio over the bar. And I believe that ball just popped up on Osorio, and he couldn't keep it down. Osorio did a great job of staying onside there. He really did. And he did take one touch, which he needed to do, and I think right as he went to strike it, the ball popped up on him, and he couldn't keep it down. About 3 minutes left here in the extra time. Miller pops it in the air. Blanda trying to nod forward. And, well, we thought there was 3 minutes left. That is it. That is it. And it is a draw, and probably a justified draw for both teams. So they finish in a 1-1 draw between Wildwood and Wildwood Catholic. And Wildwood Catholic moves to 12-1-1. That's their first draw of the season. And Wildwood will go to 8-3-1, also their first draw. So Calvin Kiker got the opener midway through the second half. Angel DeJesus, the freshman for Wildwood, canceled that out with a goal about 9 minutes from full time. Each team with some chances in the extra time. Wildwood probably with more of them. But we finish in a 1-1 draw. And what a wonderful soccer game this was between two rivals. And, for Wildwood Catholic, you obviously want to win this game. But for Wildwood Catholic, after losing 7-2 to Wildwood last year, they'd probably be pleased with a draw, whereas Wildwood probably would be disappointed. So, Mike, your final thoughts on this game, all level after 100 minutes?
It was very enjoyable, Brian. I mean, it's great seeing these two programs. I know Wildwood has over the last couple of years worked hard to get back, the top of the flight, and they're doing really well. And to see Catholic come back and actually win, a division title, it's good things for our county. It's good things for our local schools here, and a rivalry like this where they went at it for 100 minutes. That's a long game, and just a very good game overall.
All right, so for Sam Cohen doing the production for us, for Mike Hickman, I'm Brian Kniff. Thanks for joining us. A great game of soccer after 100 minutes is not settled, and Wildwood Catholic finish in a 1-1 draw. This has been high school boys soccer.